Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
Good morning, everybody. Okay, I feel good today. I feel a little more rested and recovered from Wednesday. So that's good. I had another cleaning to do today, but she canceled on me. That was probably God saying, recharge your battery. You don't need to go do another one. So just a normal day. But first things first, let's get away in. Let me turn my tablet here so we can see the date and time. Today is Friday. Come on, focus. June 20th, 6:46. All right. So let's get away. Let's go. You can even tell my foot looks so swollen, you guys. Anywho, let's see what we're working with today, you guys. So 2:31. Yesterday I was 2:31.8. Okay, well, at least it's in the right direction. Okay. I've already taken care of that little girl. Look at her, y'all. She's so cute. She's so cute. I've already taken care of her. So she's been outside. She's eaten. So now I've got to get to the gym. I'm glad the scale went in the right direction this morning. But I was thinking this morning that one thing I was doing, and just because of circumstances, I haven't done it in probably a week and a half, because I had so much going on, but I had started eating in the morning. That my one meal, I've been having it in the morning, or I was having it in the morning before, like come back from my walk, come back from the gym, get comfy, get cleaned up, and then I would go ahead and have my meal. That way, usually, I could get it in before noon, and then that way from noon until the next day when I ate, that was a good fast, doing one meal a day. So I need to get back on that. Like yesterday, that soup I made, I ate that like 3:30. Yeah, somewhere between 3:30 and 4 I was eating that bowl of soup. So nevertheless, the weight still went down, which is a blessing. But I want to get back on the eat early after my workout. And let's see what that does. And, you have to see what works for you. I can't do a video without jiggling the camera and putting it correctly in my hand. You guys. Okay, so you have to do what works for you. Maybe eating, first thing in the morning is not for you. And Cole has said many of the things. He used to say, fast all day and eat, in the evening. That used to be his thing. But and he's said the opposite. And I think that's what he's saying now is eat in the morning. But, he's pushing the sugar diet now, which is, sugar diet, you're just eating sugar. And I think you're supposed to, I don't think you're eating a one meal a day. I guess you could. But, he talks to multiple people. That's why the information gets confusing, because he's talking to skinny people. He's talking to gym type people that just need to get super ripped for whatever reason. He's talking to fat people like me. He's talking to, people that need to lose 200-300 pounds. He's talking to such a variety of people that the message can get diluted, because you're like, what? But he's not really talking to you and the people in your circle. He's talking to the super fat people. But he doesn't preface what he's getting ready to say with, now, what I'm getting ready to say is for the super fat people. He doesn't do that. So people are like, what? So it does get confusing. And what I also thought about was, I think I have dieting information fatigue. I don't know if that's a thing. It's got to be a thing. Maybe it's a thing and nobody's ever named it. So I hope I coined that terminology. But what I mean by that is, because I've been overweight most of my adult life, I've tried every diet. I know you guys are like, yeah, me too. Yeah, tried every diet there is. Now, most of my diet confusion fatigue comes in the past 10 years, because I did try so many things. When I started that weight loss journey where I lost 140 pounds, ma'am, no, we're not doing that. Mommy's making a video. Stop it. She hears something in the hallway. So the past 10 years, when I lost the 140 pounds, like I say, I started out with Whole30. Then I went to, I want to say, paleo. Then I went to carnivore. Then I went to keto. Then I found coal, and I went to heavy duty fasting. And as you can see, Cole is just all over the place with his information. And it's not that he's, people say, oh, he's flip-flops. And I can see where they think he's flip-flopping. But part of what I respect of him is that, listen, he started out fasting. Fast your ass off, And if you're a fat ass, fast for weeks, months if you have to, because you got so much fat on your body, you can do it. So he went from that extreme to now what he's doing, and he's been the whole spectrum. But it's because he swears by this thing, and then through research or talking to other fitness people or whatever, he then researches and he's like, okay, well, maybe this is a better way. And he tries everything he tells us that we should be doing. He's already tried it and had success. My problem is, I'm not Cole. I'm not in the shape that Cole's in. So I can't say, well, Cole did it and this happened, so that's going to happen for me too. No. I mean, no, I'm not Cole. I'm not in his shape. I probably don't work out the way Cole works out. So I can't compare myself to Cole, or I can't think that I'm going to have, if he had these amazing results doing X, I can't think I'm going to have the same results. I'm not Cole. But I've done so much stuff that literally my brain is so confused with the different diets and, the information for those diets, and do this and don't do that, and this diet's different, so you shouldn't do that and you should do this. And I've got all that swimming around in my brain that I'm just so confused on what's the right thing. So that's why I am always switching around trying different stuff, because I need to find out what's different or what's best for me. And what worked for me when I was losing that 140 pounds, which was 8 years ago, 9 years ago, something like that, give or take, might not work for me now. You know, I was physically a different person back then. And, you know, so I'm 8, 9 years older, and, you know, so what worked for me then might not work for me now. But at the end of the day, I did lose 140 pounds all by myself. Well, when I say all by myself, what I mean is without doctors, without pills, without anything, just, dieting and working out. So I know I can do it. I just have to find the right protocol for me to where I am in life right now, to how I feel physically right now. I thank God I've got the working out part under my belt, because things would probably be worse and so much harder if I wasn't working out. Anywho, my diet fatigue is real, you guys. I wish I could just empty all knowledge of diets and just start from scratch, because I get so confused. Well, I need to be doing this, and then I'm like, no, Debbie, that was when you were doing carnivore. That's not going to apply to what you're doing now. That's why so badly I want to lose all this weight by just doing a normal diet like they taught you back in the 50s. Just eat meat, fruit, vegetables, and really, like back then, you could have starch, fruit, vegetables, starch, and meat. But it's just where I'm at right now. I don't think starch is going to work for me. So meat, fruit, vegetables, and stay in a calorie deficit. That's what in my heart I feel like I should be doing. So that's what I'm trying to do, y'all. All right, let me get to the gym. Look at my fluorescent green shirt, y'all. If that doesn't yell, look at me, I don't know what does. All right, let me get to the gym. I'm glad the scale went down. Yeah. I don't know. I may or may not be back with a what's for lunch today, because I literally don't know what's for lunch today right now at this point. All right, you guys. I hope you're having a good morning. I hope you have a good day. And I will see y'all later, maybe. Y'all say y'all. Comment down below, because apparently that's just in the South that we say y'all. That can't be true. Y'all, where are you from, and do y'all say y'all? A lot of people, I mean, I was born and raised in Florida, and a lot of people don't consider Florida the South. Georgia, Alabama, it's like, we're in Florida. You can't get more south than that. Anywho, but we do say y'all here in Florida, and we say you guys. But I say y'all a lot. I digress. I'm out of here. I gotta get to the gym. I may or may not see you later. Bye.